is going on YouTube? Morning, it's a Friday. I haven't used StreamYard in a hot minute, so let's get a 5 by 5 before we get too into it. Guilty as hell. Wrong screen name. I live for now. Layla Bradley. Alex Moore. What's going on, folks? Shannon Smith. Deeming. Good turnout this morning. Rana Cooley. Donna Riahi. 5 by 5 looking good. Mr. Ben Bacon Bits. Carol at Needing a Meeting. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. It's been a while. Have your painting on my wall right there. It ties the whole hall together. I tell you what. Click Fox, Lynn Sanity, Brianna Miller. Hello there. Hello, hello. Jen Otneen Hobbs, Lacey Silver, Kathy Ann, Sweet Koala. Are koalas sweet or are they just sleepy? Jury's out on that one. Jeremy Fowler, our resident troll. We love Jeremy though. We let him hang out. Lori Abs, what's going on? No, I'm just kidding. Jeremy's wonderful. What is going on, y'all? You know, I didn't feel like doing this morning. I something was off with the captain. I probably didn't journal enough or didn't get enough exercise, or there's probably something that I dropped the ball with, and I'll just have to attend to it. But I was not feeling it this morning. I tell you what. Still, am not feeling it as we speak. Here, please hold. Not feeling it. That's what I was saying. Yeah, I'm not feeling it, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it anyways. We're gonna suit up and show up for life. You know. I didn't have, to, but it does make me happy, and I'm sure that a bunch of people are probably gonna, hopefully, gonna benefit from it. So I'm definitely not gonna drop the ball. We might go for a less amount of time, right? A little harm reduction. Lisa Trimble, I've been using harm reduction to quit smoking. It's going well. Well, good for you, Lisa. Heck yeah. I support that. I definitely support that. Lynn Sanity, Chrissy Akers, hi Spanx, first time meeting. Well, welcome in. We love it when new people show up. See, my brain is just not here today. My words are not with me. Robin Miners, good morning. Love to see it. You guys have any fun weekend plans? Um, I know my plans are to be as lazy as possible. Um, I know that's not very exciting. I didn't even go to my flow jam yesterday. I was feeling very tired, so I took a nap instead. Which still proud of that decision, but I'm definitely not less tired today. I'm more tired, I would say. So definitely some tink time. I think it'll wake me up. I don't know if I want to start the episode with that, but we will finish with tink time for sure. I will have to go to the cabinet. I've reorganized my desk to accommodate extra screens and less clutter. So the tincture is up in the up and put away. We'll have to go grab it. And yeah, I'm just having coffee anyways. We might as well have coffee together. Although I've drank most of it before you guys got here. Before I got here, I guess, technically. Today starts day 9 and THC free, says Lisa Insanity. The blessings are already rolling in. Where's my Oh, it's right in front of me. Heck yeah, Lynn. Have you started to have vivid dreams yet? It's usually the first sign that THC is fully leaving my system. I start to have vivid dreams. It eventually will normalize. I've learned over time, but the first week or two are pretty rough, especially if I start to log the dreams. The rabbit hole just gets deeper and deeper and deeper, and there's no telling if it normalizes there because I haven't been able to keep a dream journal through all the craziness. Last time I did that, the family Christmas dream did me in. Yeah, that one was that was pretty rough. I have to say. Have to say it was rough. Vaping is basically illegal in Australia. That's interesting. What do you mean by that? End of musing. So it's not illegal, but very, there's only one kind that they allow you to do and it's heavily regulated, or how exactly does that boil down? I love your name, by the way. I know I say that all the time, but I'm going to keep saying it. The end of musing. I had a weird, busy dream last night. I've been having some interesting dreams of late. My friend Kara has been coming to visit me in my dreams a few times this week, actually, which I think is kind of fun. Kind of fun. I reached out to her and told her, I was like, hey, I dreamt about you last night. She was like, I know. She said, I've been thinking about you. Which I love. She doesn't actually sound like that at all. It's fun to make her sound like that. She doesn't sound like that at all. But yeah, it was pretty sweet conversation. Pretty short, sweet to the point. Um, yeah, visitation dreams are the sweetest. Especially, I'm not a big dreamer. I don't dream a lot, but when I do, it's like over the top. It's very interesting. I'll either not dream at all, or I'm like on some crazy cosmic mind bending adventure. There's no in between for me. Sound is coming and going a bit. Interesting. I don't necessarily project as much as my pops, but Tommy Stiggs, what's going on? Welcome in. Yeah, I hope everyone is well this morning, says Trish. I agree. I agree. Don't really have anything great to talk about. We're just kind of hanging out today, Tommy. I wasn't feeling it, but figured I'd come hang out anyways. Probably better than isolating, right? When I'm not feeling great, sometimes I'll try to go out with my friends and feel normal instead of like holding up and like trying to figure out what's going on or just staying inside because I don't feel good. I find it much more beneficial to go try and feel normal with my people. So I'm glad I didn't shy away from the stream this morning. Scooby Lee with Krillin on the thumbnail. Destructo disc. How you doing, Scoob? Good to see you. Yeah, don't suffer in silence. I don't know if I'm suffering, but definitely not feeling exemplary. And a little bit of journaling will probably tell me what's going on. Didn't get a chance to do that this morning. I wonder if that I keep taking an extra hour at night to just do whatever I want instead of going to bed. I wonder if that hour is really that important. I mean, I know that that hour is important because it's like the difference between 7 and 8 hours of sleep. But I mean, is it that important? It very well may be. It very well may be what's causing a steamrolling or domino effect of less and less sleep. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I just need to go exercise really hard or something. It's been a few days. Got a horse shot for my back yesterday. Day two didn't work. I have to go back tomorrow. What is a horse shot? They just a real big shot? Hope your back feels better. That's no fun. That's no fun at all. When you're in need of an escape, just hit live. Even as little as one individual in the chat can help. That's true. This is true. Tommy Stiggs, you are on something. And we are practicing this today. Blessings to you and yours as well, Tommy. Yeah. Yeah, tell you what. I tell you what. My initial reaction to adversity is to go be alone. It's like I don't want to deal with anything. I would like to just escape, right? But we all know that that isn't very healthy. So here I am with y'all, happily with y'all. Do you ever have moments, Jeremy Fowler? How do I ask that? I feel like I have deja vu, but when I do, I had dreamed it prior. That's why I've seen it before. Which, if you think about it, means that your dreams are coming true, right? Does that ever happen to you? Your dreams come true? Fun question. Mine do sometimes. Mine do sometimes. I just thought about that. That is like a double or triple meaning if we really want to break it down. Dreams coming true is kind of what this channel is about, but also dreams actually, like physically, like what I dreamt last night coming true. Anyways, no need to break it down. If you know, you know. Yeah, lurk it up, Scoob. Get lurky. Ree from Ree's Connecting. Welcome in. I don't know if I've ever said hello to you, but I love your hair. Reminds me of someone I know. Reminds me of someone I know. I also have a dentist appointment today, y'all. Wish me luck. About 3 hours after the stream, I'll be meeting with my dentist. I don't think we're going to do anything crazy today, but we will most likely make a plan. Who really knows, though? We'll see. Hill Hath No Fury says, I got the cathartic sibling reunion I desperately wanted and answers to questions that nearly filled me with joyful tears, but ripped open old wounds. Not sure what I do now. Interesting. Well, I tell you what, without knowing too many details, the past is the past and it cannot be changed, Hill. Um, it sounds like you had the opportunity for closure, took it, but there's still some stuff left on the table. I mean, I would probably write it down first, right? And then share it with somebody. Share it with somebody who can understand. And I wish you luck. Let's get some ones up for those that need them today. I'm glad you got that opportunity, Hill. It sometimes it kind of sucks when you have that sort of real big opportunity, one that doesn't come, very often, and then it does some good, but also it kind of leaves you a little shaken. Wow, I did not expect all of that, but it is what I asked for. Now what do I do with all of this? It can be a little off-putting, but have no fear. I have faith in you, and you should have faith in you too. That doesn't take away from things being sucky, though. Things being sucky is sucky, so I'm sure you'll get through it. I'm sure you'll find a way. And if I can help in any way, please let me know. Um, yeah, I'm sure someone here can relate. Needed a prescription to import nicotine. Who prescribes nicotine? Now that has been banned, we are meant to get a script and get all vaping products from pharmacies. Most pharmacies have say they won't stock vape. Interesting. Well, I mean, what's the medical application of nicotine? You need a prescription for it. That's like the death of nicotine products right there. It's so interesting. It is so very interesting. I bet that if there was a way um, to smuggle stuff into that country, it would be a very high dollar industry. I'm sure that there's some sort of black market going on. But that being said, it's probably very dangerous to do business with such folks because money is more important to them than your health, right? Anyways, little tangent. My brain does that. My brain will explore things like that on the fly. Miss Chicago, hello there. Welcome in. I love your butterfly. I took my disabled sister in 4 years now. I'm slowly dying in myself. Hold on. I took my disabled sister in 4 years now. I'm slowly dying in myself. I have no help. Her daughter in law won't help. She's living her best life. She just says no. I don't know what to do. I'm having a hard time following your train of thought, but it sounds like you took in your disabled sister and it's very difficult. Sounds like you're trying to say I'm slowly dying inside. Is that what you're saying? And you have no help. And her daughter-in-law doesn't want to help either. Interesting. You know, I don't know what to do either. Who else is there? And This isn't a whole lot of information to go on. Give us some more information, please, if you don't mind. And I will also say there is a ton of people here that can relate, that are in similar situations, that have lived similar lives. Miss Chicago. Um, my microphone sounds echoey. See what happens? You let your dad touch it one time. I wonder if it's because of my headphones. Probably not, though. Sounds echoey, huh? Stuff like that could just throw the whole stream off. If it's one person saying it, it's probably you. Fox also agrees. Everyone agrees. See what happens. Let your dad touch it one time. I bet you it's because. Let us see. 5 by 5 now. I guess I have to make noise for that, don't I? Well, I'm getting pretty close to the end of what I wanted to talk about, anyways, I guess. Or I shouldn't say it like that, but I want to leave. So we're going to talk a little more and I'll get out of here. Um, and just for the record, I'm going to go do some journaling. I'm going to do some things to feel better about myself, do some things to get to the bottom of whatever's going on in my head. Because sometimes that's what you got to do. Every day is not the same. Not every morning is going to feel amazing. You're going to have days that suck. And when you wake up on the wrong side of the bed or whatever I did this morning, you just do a little bit of work and you can fix that kind of thing. So I'm very excited to do so for myself today. Um, Probably a little shower, a little exercise, a little journaling. I think the combination of those three, plus finishing my breakfast, which is on the couch behind me, will do wonders. That's correct, Cag. Can't take care of anyone unless you take care of yourself. That's right. That's right. Figured I'd come hang out with my friends a little before doing so, especially since I told y'all I'd be here, You know, it seemed like the right thing to do. Seemed like the right thing. Am I still underwater, Brianna? Water is my best friend, although there's not a whole lot of water around here other than my shower. Yes, the Lifeboat Journal Companion is up. I think this kitty is plenty. Plenty. I am having Criminal Co. coffee. I believe that's what it's called, Chrissy. And I'm pretty sure this is the light roast. And I'm also pretty sure that I brewed it wrong today. I was a little off this morning doing too many things at once, and I boiled water, cleaned up my press, and then forgot to put coffee grounds in. So I put boiling water in here with nothing in there, and then I realized there was no coffee in there. So I put coffee on top, finished pouring the boiling water, and then used the lid to like push it just under the surface, and then I let it steep. It doesn't taste the same. It's definitely watered down because it wasn't in the bottom when, anyways, yeah. It's definitely a little off, but it's whatever. It's working. It's doing the job. Just want to take her to her daughter-in-law for 2 days to have some me time. Gone from a size 10 to a 5 and going down. My fault. I believe they would help me. Interesting. Are they unwilling to give you some time and help you out? It sounds like you've communicated with them, and it sounds like they've said no. Am I correct in stating that? Florence Southcard says try looking into respite care and developmental disabilities in your state. Interesting. Very, very interesting. There's totally a way to contact me at the end of musing. Thank you, by the way, for your unending support. Um, sober at myyahoo.com is my email. And you can, I have a lot of the crew members on Facebook Messenger. If there's a way that we can connect on Facebook Messenger, that's a faster way. I will do emails in splurges, but I can do the messenger all the time, if that makes sense. Social services may be able to help, says Shannon. We're all pulling for you, Miss Chicago. Yeah, don't even call them anymore. If that's how they are, screw them. Pardon my language, but that doesn't make me happy. You know what I mean? That's not how families should treat each other. Um, and I don't think that's very human of them. To be frank, my Facebook is Dreamwalker. I need to change the name. You have to wait a certain amount of time after changing the name, so we're stuck with Dreamwalker for now. Um, Also, the microphone was pointed at my head, so it's rather than my face. That's a kind of a difference maker. Kind of want to write more for my fan fiction, but I'm also enjoying chatting with the neighbors. I don't chat with the neighbors very often. I feel like that's if you're enjoying it, run that up. That sounds good. I had like a spurt of really vivid what's the word? Lucid dreams. And I decided to change my name on Facebook. And I also have never had my actual name on Facebook. For some reason, that just seemed prudent to me to have a fake name on Facebook. I also was a very different person when I first got into Facebook. So I don't know if I need to hide my name anymore. But I definitely don't think Dreamwalker is a great name for the captain of the lifeboat. You know what I mean? So I look forward to the time elapsing that needs to for me to change it again. I'll probably just have it say Calhoun or something like that. Thanks, Calhoun. Oldest, youngest of seven. Well, thanks for sharing with us, Miss Chicago. My heart goes out to you, and it looks like we have quite a bit of crew members here that can relate and may or may not have experienced similar stuff in their lives and have some suggestions. I have not experienced anything like that in my life, so I would definitely defer to my crew when looking for help with that because they know this is the best crew on the internet. I have to say, dreamwalking is a special gift. I have to say, and it's one that I could cultivate more. It's a scary thing to dive into, especially without any like training or anything like that. The people in my family that are gifted with this don't know what they're doing. I'm kind of a pioneer as far as believers go. My grandma, on my maternal grandmother, is very powerful. Um, but she's also like a devout Catholic, so it conflicts directly with like her religious and spiritual beliefs. So she believes in her own power, but in a way that isn't conducive to like understanding actually what's happening. But we will talk about stuff like this, my grandmother and I, um, and we can find common ground and talk about it. But it's hard to. She can't teach. She has nothing to teach me in regards to dream walking and what are the other words? Precog kind of stuff. She's super strong in the ways, but like has to justify it to fit. Like she has to make what's happening fit into her view on the world, if that makes sense. Which is fine. Like good for her. But I'm not learning anything from that. She's incapable of teaching me because of that, because she doesn't understand what she's doing, right? But that being said, she's strong. She is strong in the force. She'll have dreams that will also come true. Like for example, when I want to say sixth grade, we had moved from Utah to Nevada. My mom and my dad were still together, and we were living in an apartment. And I believe I've told this part of the story a couple times. My grandma sent me a plane ticket to come visit for the summer, and then never sent me back. And then shortly after, my mom came out, who was pregnant with my sister, to go to rehab, and my sister was born. That right, so that interact. What am I talking about? My grandma's power. So she had a bad dream that my mom was in trouble, that we were in trouble, and she, like, it was a prophetic dream, and she woke up and immediately called my mom, and that's how this all came about. Like, she found out what was going on because she had a dream, and then called my mom, super worried, found out what was going on, saved me, saved my mom, and the rest is history. So that's a good example of my grandmother and her precognition. I definitely have some out of body stuff, some astral projection stuff, but again, it's very scary, especially when you don't understand what's going on. I like kind of get it, but I don't really know. I don't know the rules. I don't know. Like, I've put myself in undesirable situations, by jumping in head first and just like letting happen what happens. So, and I don't even know, like, stuff like that'll happen, and then I won't really understand, and I won't know what to attribute, like, the loss in energy, or like the I won't know why it didn't work out. Does that make sense? So it's hard. I'm into it, but I definitely am looking to learn a little more before I really allow. Maybe that's why I'm not dreaming a whole lot these days. Is because I'm not allowing myself to. That's probably exactly what's happening, I would have to say. Do you get signs? I get them all the time, asks Flickfox. Some have been totally unexplainable and creeped my family out, lol. I find them comforting. What do you mean by signs? What do you mean by signs? Little more information, please. The delay is weirding me out. Your replies in chat appear before you're actually saying them. I thought I was tripping out. I'm magic, Flick. Can't you tell? See, this is why I needed to come on here today. We're going to talk about some fun stuff. Welcome back, Millie. What's going on? Word, I remember you. Sidetracked. Both of your names are sweet. Wow, it's getting serious down there, huh? Fired from 2 schools due to vaping. Wow, that's wild. I can't imagine. Um, wow, that is super wild. Dude, I wish you the best. That obviously not desirable, right? Let's get some ones up for everyone out there that needs them. One more time. Spanx, it's important to always do a protection when working with energy. First thing to learn, I bet there are many here that can help if you want to learn. I definitely do the protection, but as far as steering my own ship, for all I know, I may be steering it into Pirates of Dark Waters, So, like, I do the protection stuff, but, like, I don't know necessarily, like, for example, if I'm astral projecting, sometimes I don't come back. It feels like, at least it feels like I left my essence somewhere, or a piece of me somewhere, and then I feel super off until I can resolve that. Or sometimes, let's say, for, like, let's go back to my dream journal example, that family Christmas dream. I'll be super open to whatever's going on, and then I'll have this dream that really is speaking to my inner fears and things that are that I'm ways that I'm holding myself back, right? But it's so, like, such a gut punch that it'll ruin my sleep habits for like a week. So, and again, that's probably has a lot to do with mental fortitude. It probably has a lot to, like, the way I'm processing the emotions that come up. And on another note, those insecurities are probably still there from that family Christmas dream, but I'm probably in a very different place in life and with those emotions. So even if that same exact dream were to happen again, I don't think it would hit me the same, right? It was not the things that came up aren't necessarily true in the same way, right? So maybe it's unnecessary to fear these things. It probably is unnecessary to fear regardless, but It's not something I want to jump into anymore. It's definitely something I want to do consciously. When before I was just like, all right, let's see what we can do. Um, Very interesting. Thanks for having this conversation with me, y'all. I appreciate that. The silver string, huh? Interesting. Shannon Smith. Thank you. Yeah, it does sound like that, doesn't it, Lacey? Lacey says that sounds like the drain of projection. Absolutely, and that's not something that always happens, but it is something that I have experienced, right? That's probably out of all of the things we've talked about, the least common thing that I'll run into. But that one I only had to run into once to understand I never wanted that to happen again. Like it affected me in a huge way. In a huge way. We talked yesterday about emotions having a physical effect on you. When we start getting into stuff like this, like astral projecting and dream walking and, you know, things I don't feel like I should talk about on this channel, but we're already talking about it. There's a definite energy exchange. There is a like a 100% physical aspect to these ideas, these things that you wouldn't think are very physical. They're very spiritual, very mental, very emotional. They have a huge physical aspect to them. And it is surprising if you haven't experienced it before. Low on the battery, walking home, gonna lurk. All right, all right. I always assume you're just there, Millie. I don't know if I said hello to Izzy, but always a pleasure to see you. I like that. Taking a walk in a new neighborhood or taking a walk out of your physical vessel have the same rule. Don't go out unprotected, friends. Do I have a P.O. box? I do. It's just the lifeboat P.O. box. Um, in fact, pretty sure we're due to go up there. I'm hoping to get my aunt. I guess technically Auntie Scoville is Sister Scoville. She's just my aunt and my dad's sister, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping to get Sister Scoville to help me with that, as well as my dad has a Bowflex. It's not a Bowflex, but it's like a different brand. We're gonna call it the Broflex when it gets here, and hopefully, Sister Scoville will allow us to put this behemoth of a workout machine in her car, so that I can put it in my hallway uh, and exercise with it. I'm gonna get my Broflex on. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping to get over to the PO box as well as get the Broflex. Let's get that address for you. I wonder who's faster, me or the mods. Let's race. Who can get the PO box quicker? I'm not gonna know that you got it until I get it. So, but I've got it. That's how fast I am. That's how fast I am. The Scoville Broflex. Yeah, and if there's some sort of what's it called? Like if there's a logo or something on it, we're just gonna take some duct tape or some painter's tape and we're gonna write Broflex and then we're just gonna slap it right on top. Or maybe if it's like metal, we can get like a super dope embossed magnet that says Broflex or something. That's my plan. I'm gonna totally make it look silly, but the point is that I'll be able to do exercises with more than 25-pound dumbbells. Ha, Kathy, that's funny. I thought for sure you were gonna beat me. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, I'm going up against Kathy right now. Better bring my A game. I'm surprised that I won, but it was just in good fun, anyways. No big deal. No big deal. That's the PO box, y'all. Absolutely, Lacey. My pleasure. I know yesterday I thought I was talking way too fast on my stream, but turns out it's fine. I was very drained after that stream too. I like went and took a nap after that. I was so friggin' tired. Missed my flow thing. I guess I chose to miss my flow thing because I was tired. That's fine. That's fine. It's silence. You know, a lot of people say they're uncomfortable with silence, or like you're having a conversation and there's like they call it the awkward silence. I don't find it awkward and I don't find it uncomfortable. In fact, I kind of revel in it. Um, if we're being real and honest and 100% authentic, I don't think that the airwaves need to constantly be filled with sound. In fact, silence is golden. Duct tape is silver. No, yeah, I really enjoy not forcing myself to yap yap yap. And I also really enjoy being in the presence of people that don't feel like they just need to talk all the time and make sounds and stuff. And on the other hand, I don't. It's not a big deal, but just a funny observation I've had of myself. Not the common opinion, but definitely an opinion that I've had for a long time. And partly why you see me go silent. I know y'all don't mind at all, but the statistics say people that are new, people that are just coming in with their short YouTube attention spans, enjoy and it's beneficial to be yapping away when they show up. But this morning, I'm going to do what I want. This morning, I'm going to do me. We can yap it up another time. Question by Brazy Girl. What do you find most challenging, if any, as captain on a channel? Well, that is a good question. That is a good question. And without I feel like it's a cop out answer to say consistency, because consistency is something that I always struggle with in every aspect of my life. So I'll try to say something other than consistency, because consistency is always a struggle for sure. But I guess, honestly, like getting into a groove and or like a flow state while live, as well as like making proper eye contact with the camera. When I don't, it just boils it down to being animated and like having interesting, like doing interesting things with my head and my hands, so it's fine. But I would like to, like, if I'm standing in front of a room of people giving a presentation, my movements are very different. I'll make eye contact with people as I'm presenting. Like I'm pretty darn good at it. I'm pretty proud. But for some reason the camera throws me off. There's like all this stimulus. I'm in my zone. Like this is my living room. I'm like, oh, I'm so comfortable here. Um, so it's a little different. It's hard. It's hard to do what I want and be intentional with my attention as well as my presentation. And that's just something I have in my head of how I want it to look, right? And how it boils down is fine. Like what actually happens is fine. It's just not what I'm going for. So I would say applying myself in the way that I want to is pretty difficult. Also, um, strange audio. I heard something like it sounded like something was, I don't know. Something on my desk was bothering me with sound. Anyways, what was I talking about? Most challenging things. Yeah, applying myself the way doing intentional presentation is hard. I'll get in a flow and it will not be exactly what I'm going for, which is fine, but that's probably my biggest struggle. I keep shooting for something and landing a little bit off the mark, I guess, which is fine. Did I mention that it's fine? Hope your dentist appointment goes well. Thanks, sweet tea. Me too. I'm a little nervous, I have to say. I am definitely feeling better. Much better than when we started, I have to say. And that being said, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It certainly makes a difference. I think it's time for me to finish my pancakes. They're probably cold and soggy, but I'm gonna eat them. They're great. To be honest, I'm never actually silent. I'll be humming to myself or singing random lyrics, but if you can put up with that, then ye can sit with my friends and not converse. I like it, Flick Fox. I like it a lot. All right, guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you very much. Hopefully, I seemed a little more confident today. Not that I'm shooting for that or anything. Haha. Florence Southard, good to see you. Roberta, tea with Calhoun. Maybe I like to do tea in the afternoons and coffee in the mornings. Traditions die hard around here, so maybe this afternoon we'll have some tea, Roberta. I would like to. Me and my dad are both huge fans of that tea that you sent us. Check out the song Wise Man by Mahali. It's peaceful. You know what? I will do that. Thank you very much. My dad's texting me. You guys have a wonderful day, all right? I'll reach out and help somebody. Much love, everyone. We'll see you later.